Hi, Luz. How are you? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me, sweetheart? Oh, good. I'm never sure. When I switch over, I'm never sure. There may be a lag in it because I'm on the StreamYard and you know that makes a lag. I've got something different going on today because I have totally destroyed my craft room. So my plan is to show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to do a makeover. I'm going to redo it. It's just a mess. Hi, Jan. How are you, honey? Hi, Marina. How are you? I haven't seen you in so long, sweetheart. Well, there's Hadia Popo. How are you, Susan? I am feeling better. Finally, I am feeling better. Good. That sounds good, Marina. Susan, I'm so glad to see you, honey. And there's Kathy. Oh, I'll tell you what, I had that pneumonia and then my arthritis flared up and I'm telling you, it's just been a mess. But I'm better. I am better today. I haven't had any pain, which is a hallelujah. I'll turn this up. But now, girls, I just got it from a nap, so I don't look the best in the world. I haven't got on any makeup because I'm fixing to tear into things. I am fixing to tear into things. So I'm gonna raise this up, see if I can get it focused in here. Oh, I don't know if it's going to or not. You never can tell with this silly thing. Oh, oh, yeah, it just got me. It just got me because my camera's broke. Hi, Sabrina. Let's see if I can get this hooked in here somewhere where it will stay up where I want it. I don't know if that's not going to work. You silly thing. And my camera is so broke. Excuse me. I hope I'm not making you sick. You can see my ceiling. Oh, hey, I may have gotten it. We'll have to work on this just a little bit. Oh, I'm lagging bad. I am lagging bad. I'm going to have to watch myself on StreamYard because I can't stand that. I'm going to turn around just a little bit so y'all can see the mess. This is just part of it. This is just part of it. Because on the floor is just as bad. You see all this down here? You can't see what's under the desk. And then, if you come over this way, you can get another look at this. And this. And that. And we have to keep going. And that. And then it goes over into that corner. So, so anyway, that's where I'm at. I am in a teetotal wreck up here. Now that's not going to be high enough. Isn't that? And that looks good. I'm telling you, it is. I can't find anything. I didn't even show you the cabinet that's down under here that I absolutely can get nothing in. I mean, it is just. Well, it's only because I have shoved everything to the wall in order to get a path through here. Hi, Anthony Redneck. How are you? How are you doing? So my plan is, because I've got some volunteer help, my plan is all of the books that was on these shelves, and they're double layer deep. I'm going to go back over that way. Up there, see all those books? They're gone. A lot of them are paperbacks, and they're good reading too, I might add. A lot of them are antiques, and all of those are going to go off the shelves. And then over here, if you look up on top, there's some more of my big books and my antiques. And they're going to go. So I'm going to take all of those out. I'm going to paint the shelves. I'm going to reorganize. I'm going to reorganize all this. And I'm going to get rid of a whole mess of stuff because I don't need it. I've got way more than I need to craft with. And oh, thank you, Luz. I did that when I first come up here, and that will stay. That will stay. That's, except maybe that one up there, which really was made for a book. But I had to have some place to put it. Actually, it's not that tall, honey. This room has, as you can see, has the sloped ceilings. So it's not that tall for the top shelf. But there's lots of stuff, and I'll leave a few of the books. This room was made for two boys to do their homework in. And of course, on the shelves, we had encyclopedias and that kind of stuff for my kids as they were growing up. And of course, those are gone because they're way outdated. And hi, Star. Nice to see you, honey. Anyway, so I'm just I can't work in this. I cannot work in this. I was totally confused during my sale, and it is totally because I cannot work in a disaster zone. I'm like that when I pay the bills. I have to clean my desk before I pay bills. I know that sounds weird because I did this. This is my creation. But it's when you get to where you can't put it back up. And a lot of this is happy mail, and I have not even shown it because have just been so tore up. I don't want to open up anything else in here. It's not really happy mail. Some of it is. Oh, thank you, Star. I have got some pretty things that I've done, but Lord only knows where they're at. They've been shoved into a corner, and my wall, honey, that was so easy to do. The sunflowers came from the dollar store, and I got up there with a brush and some black acrylic paint and just made those swirls. And that's all they are, is swirls. That's kind of like a little bit maybe like a quilting pattern, but I come across and I made one swirl, and then I turned around and I just come back, and then I could kind of add it in where I wanted to. After I got, some of them made, then I added some extra swirls and stuff off the stuff. And it really was not hard to do. It's, just take your pencil and make you a fanned out swirl, and you can do that same thing. I penciled it right on the wall. I didn't even get the pencil marks off. The pencil marks are still up there. But I'm going to take this other wall, which has had some drywall done on it. And my plan is I'm going to put book pages on that wall. And I am going to take plaster and I am going to fan the book pages in with some plaster so they look old, like old paper coming through. And it is old paper, because I've redone some really old books, and maybe some pictures, and just do a wall of peeking through paper in this library. That's kind of my plan, but that may go by the wayside, because the other night I had a dream that I painted a big tree in here and that it came up on the ceiling. And I've always wanted to paint a tree on a wall. I've always wanted to paint a tree on a wall. I don't know. That this one got real elaborate in my dreams. And, sometimes if you dream it, you can make it come true. And what I was thinking is doing the bark with, and I don't know how it would work, but the paper towel rolls that you get, taking them, wetting them down, kind of scrunching them up, and then flatten them out and put them in there slightly arched so that the tree has some dimension, and make them the bark layer. It would probably be a lot of work. Probably a lot more than I'd want to do. But I would just do that on the bottom, and then where it fans out into the branches, I would come down. But I would love to fill that wall full of a tree. But the book pages sound a lot easier. I know, Anthony, and that's what I'm thinking. If you're going to dream big. But anyway, and then I have help painting. I'm going to paint these shelves. My husband, God rest his soul, he decided he wanted to stain this dark. I have never wanted them dark. I like painted cabinets. I like to be able to wash painted cabinets. And if you scratch them, you can dab a little paint on them and fix them. Well, I've lived with these dark cabinets now for 30-some years. And they're going to be white. This room is going to be white and the color that I want Yeah. Well, Susan, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Uh, and Lord knows I've got a lot of paper. I mean, a lot of paper and a lot of book paper and a lot of stuff that I could scrunch up and stick on there. My son will probably have a total fit because he's a contractor. And he surprised me though, because he walked up here and he said, "I like your wall, Mom, where I done the squirrels." And I was like, he will never like that. I wouldn't bring him up here. You know, but this is my room. They're gone from home. This is my place now. That door that I fanned over is my sewing room, and that's going to go shabby chic. I am going to put, I'm going to make that so shabby chic that it may be sickening. But that's what I want in it. And the other two rooms can stay. I've got kind of a living area over on the other side and a bedroom up here. And those can stay like they are. That, you know, I will, yeah. And so what I was thinking, and I've just come on just to bounce ideas off of you. I want to hear your input because I really want to do this. And I'll tell you what, girls, I am too old to be starting a remodel job. I'm too old to be starting a remodel job, but I am so ready. I'm so tired of this. I've got yellow on this cabinet here that I cannot replace, but I'm going to go find me some contact paper. I'm going to change that color. It's Formica. Contact paper will come off of it. That's my junk hole. That's the problem with that. That is my junk. That's where I lay everything. And I want to finally get a place. Yeah, I want to finally get a place for everything. Because this is ridiculous. And all the shelving is being used up. Oh, wow, Anthony, you've been busy. You've been busy. So anyway, I don't know if I should shabby chic this or if I should just do some of the things I've been thinking about. But I do know I want to paint it white. The cabinets. I want to paint them white, and I would love to have some wallpaper. I love wallpaper. I love wallpaper. I used to hang wallpaper all the time. And that's what I'm saying is box up these books. If I can sell some of them, fine. What I don't sell, I've got a few that I will keep. They're treasured books. But most of them are not. They're things I've read and I will never read again. And a lot of them are paperbacks that have no value. You know, you can buy paperbacks for 50 cents a piece, garage sales and the flea markets all day long. So I've got some good ones, but I don't have to have them. Somebody else could have them because I've read them. So have you got any ideas? Can you see it done differently? I mean, I'm here to get ideas. I've actually thought about moving my desk out of here and moving it into the big room and making me a studio in there. Oh, I would wallpaper everything, Anthony, if I could. I love wallpaper. I've looked at that pull stick on wallpaper, but when I read down through the reviews, I'm sorry, I keep looking sideways because that's where my monitor is and I can see your comments, and my camera is here, you know, off to the side. So, but when I read the reviews, there was 1 in 4 of the reviews said it fell off the wall. That's not the kind of wallpaper I want. I have thought about moving this desk in there just to film and taking a project in there and then using my cabinet over here, which has 2 sitting spots, to do my daily crafting, the things that I don't necessarily video. And then having all the stuff here. And leave the junk behind. No, I don't want to leave the junk behind because that would drive me crazy, Kathy. I just cannot stand for my house to be. I feel like a hoarder in this. I mean, honestly, I feel like a hoarder. I feel like that I have hoarded this room till it's beautiful. But some of it is stuff that we dug out for the sale, but I never even got to. So, you know, I hate to say that I'm a hoarder, but I am a hoarder when it comes to craft supplies. I've just got things and things and things and more things that I just don't need. I can make a book out of everything that is in this box right here. I don't need all this fancy stuff. This is my box, my little cigar box. Everything I need to make a book is in this box. I don't need all the fancy stuff that I've got. You know, I've got, yeah, I've just got. And I've got them for gifts. I've got them as Happy Mail. I've got them for, I've not bought a lot of it, but my kids have bought me things, and you know, and I have gotten some Happy Mail, and yeah, well, it's the pull off glue. I mean, it's supposed to, you know, everything is we're in a throwaway society, but that paper is too high to throw away. If I'm going to have some paper up, it's going to be something that'll stay there for the next 20 years, and that's all there is to it, you know. So, but my room has got to have lots of help. It hasn't been, we lifted the house up and fixed the foundation. You would? Yeah, you think you need, yeah. Yeah. True, Susan. So we lifted the house up and it cracked the rooms up here because we lifted the foundation up and fixed the foundation and the floors. And my house is 140 some years old. This is an old house. And so it's always got something, you know, cracking or creaking or something. But I love this room. I do love this room. And I love to be up here, and I love being and doing it. It's the first time I ever had an area that was just mine, because the kids filled it full of their junk and everything. And when I decided to move my crafting up here, they moved everything out. We got rid of everything, cleaned out all the old furniture that wasn't being used, and we put my sewing room together and then my craft room together. And it's the first time I've ever had a place that I could do what I wanted to do. And the other big room would be a great place to paint. And I love to paint, and I have not had my paints out since I got them. Spanky gifted me with some oil paints, and I loved oil paint. And I love to, I don't know if anybody has seen my painting on glass, but I love to do that. If you haven't watched that video, it is in my videos below. Um, and I love to do that. Well, thank you, Anthony, for coming in. I so appreciate it. I'm not going to burn down the house. I love this old house. Even with all of its problems, I do love this old house. But I do worry about having all this hanging over me. Hold on just a minute. You're going to see me get up in my pajamas. I had to look out the window and it was came in and then just went back out and never said a word. And yes, I'm in my pajamas. Like I said, I just got up out of bed and I took a nap. And which I do almost every day. It's just good for you. You know, if you naps are good for you. If kids would just learn that, naps are really good for you. You lay down and everything is gone. Unlike during the night when you're laying there and you're tossing and you're turning and you're rolling and you're just all over everywhere and all these thoughts are going through your head and you're wondering how you're going to make it tomorrow. You know, when you lay down and take a nap, all of that's gone. It's just gone. And girls, I hit 1K. I can go on my phone again. I can do my outdoor stuff. I can film this whole process, which is my plan. My granddaughter said they'd come and help me paint. And Kathy hasn't been able to take a nap. I wish my camera was over on my computer. It's the only thing that is wrong with my setup here is that my camera and my computer are in two different places, so I have to look away from the camera in order to read. And if I had it on my phone, I would be looking at my phone. So, you know. But anyway, well, hello to Simple Joys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Susan. I was really, really pleased that I finally hit it because the thing I wanted to do was to go live on my phone and do my Sunday morning chats again. I missed being out, and of course it's too cold now, but I missed being out on the front porch with everybody, enjoying my coffee, doing my, you know, a chat that we didn't have to talk about crafting. We didn't have to, you know, we didn't talk about crafting. This was not a crafting day. It was just a visit, a Sunday morning visit, coffee and talk. And I loved it. And I got good views on it. And so I think gold is what we have. Now today has been fairly decent. It's been almost 60 degrees. So it's been, thank you, Simple Joys. It's been, yeah, it's been a while coming because I was really devastated when I couldn't do the phone anymore. During this winter, though, I think I'm going to start having Sunday morning chats from my kitchen. And I may do some cooking and do some other things, but mainly just coffee and chat. Oh my, it's been, we had a few snow flurries the other night. So we've been, oh, thank you, Star, for coming in. I'm so glad you did. And I hope you come back again. This is kind of an odd spur of the moment video. Did your brother
No.
came in?
I think there was somebody who went to school with me, I think.
It was.
He said he went to school
Yeah,
with me
well, what was he doing? Tom just come upstairs.
to look for my brother.
He's looking for your brother. Did you tell him where he lived?
Look by the church stuff at church. Mhm.
You did good. Thank you.
I think I told him that.
That's my boy Tom. And if y'all haven't met Tom or know Tom, he's at home with me all the time. And I have company. You can come up and say hi to everybody. And sometimes I can coax him on camera. Hello, my Linda. Oh, wow, you're in Australia. That's awesome. So it's spring there. Oh, we're going into the winter and I'm not ready. Have you been down here and say hi to everybody? Slip in. Come on down here by me. Here's my boy Tom.
Hi.
He's he's my oldest child. And then the one I thought had just come up here, thank you, Tom. The one that I thought had just come up here was my youngest son. And he lives here on the farm too. I have a farm, in case for those that don't know. And Tom Simple Joyce says, "Good day, Tom." She's from Australia. Isn't that cool?
From Australia.
Uh-huh. And I just this is my little corner of heaven, this farm. And I always thought that I would have my kids around me and my grandkids, and I do have my kids. There's Clara. Hi, Clara. She said hi, Tom, and Kathy said hi, Tom, and Linda said hi, Tom, and Luz said hi, Tom, and Marina said hi, Tom, and Sabrina did too. Oh my goodness. They're all saying hi to you. You are so popular. Yes, I love these hugs. But anyway, it's my little piece of heaven, and that's one of the reasons like I liked my
Mama, you was
hi
looking for
Alice,
my
and how are
brother.
you?
Mom.
That's one of the reasons I liked my front porch chats. I enjoyed being outside.
Mom, he was looking for my brother. Mom.
I was too. I thought it was him. And I got up here, and this is how messed up I am. See this? That's part of one of the orders that I didn't get in the box, so now I've got to send another package. It was buried down here.
He said he went to
in the
school
corner.
with me, Mom.
It was buried.
Mom, he said he went to school with me.
I did not look to make sure that I got everything, but I did. That was the last of it.
Mom,
And
he told me you went to school with me.
well, that's good, Tom. That means he went to school with Clint too, doesn't it? My bags are pouring out all over everywhere.
So this way he told me that he went to school with me.
So, as I go along and I start sorting through this, I'm going to do kind of a buy and sell or a sell thing where I put up one item at a time or whatever and say, I'm selling this today. This is what I want for it. And if you want to buy it, this is how much it is. And that includes shipping. And then you all can just say me and pay me on PayPal and I'll send it to you. I'm not going to have a fancy sale in the middle of it because I'm not coordinated enough to have a fancy sale in the middle of a mess, because all of this stuff will be sitting in the other room for a while. But I thought as I was sorting through it, I would just hold something up and say, I'm done with this. You know, like I've got this little box here, and it, you know, I don't know that I would sell this, but I've got this little box. I might hold one up and say, I've got this box. It's full of tags and cutouts and paper and, you know, and I mean tags and, you know, that kind of thing. And I might say, I'm selling this. And, you know, this is what thank you, Simple Joyce, for coming in. And I hope you come back again, honey. And you have a good day, too. I hope you come back. I've enjoyed you in the stream, and thank you so much. Okay, Tom. Okay. So anyway, I thought that I would handle the stuff in the room as I go through it. Hi, Disorganized Crafter. How are you? I don't remember your name, honey, and I think you gave it to me before. Linda, you don't owe me anything. But if you tell me that, if you buy something from when I'm selling, because I've got metal stuff that I know I'm going to do some metal stuff, and probably could find a whole bunch more. I don't know if you saw this, but I tried to sell this at the last auction. This is all metal. It is an antique. Isn't that cool? And it is a note holder. You put it on your wall to write notes in. Anyway, that didn't sell. But it's Nikki. Hi, Nikki. I should be able to remember that. I should be able to remember that. So anyway, I thought as I went along that there's going to be things that I come across and I'm going to say, I don't need this. And if I don't need it, it's going to go. After I do this, I'm going to do my sewing room. So there are going to be quilting scraps, material, lace. There's going to be a bunch of stuff that I'm going to purge. If nobody's interested, after, I'm going to give it like 24 hours. Unless it's like Linda and she says, I can't pay until Thursday.
He told me I was looking for my brother.
Okay, honey. Okay, but I'm trying to do a live stream now. Okay.
That's what he wanted to know if he was looking for my brother.
Okay, turn that down behind you and let me talk. I'm not going to have a sale. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to do this one at a time. Oh, Nikki, don't worry about it, honey, but thank you. I'll probably at the end of this have another one that I am going to put some things up on Etsy. And I have already got the store set up. So it's not going to be hard for me to start taking pictures and stuff. Yes, I'm just going to purge it. I just need to, honestly, I have got over here, this whole, you see this shelf right across here? All of this right in here. The bottom is paper pads and odd paper out of paper pads. The next one up is paper and then ephemera.
Mommy
all of that
told me he wants to
has, it just needs to be gone through. I've got too much. I'll never use it all. I just need to get rid of stuff. I like to make books, but I'm not going to continually make books. I've got so many things in my head I want to do. And my big thing, my big thing is I love to do home decor. That's my big thing. I love to do home decor projects. If I love to do the boxes, I love to do flower arrangements, I love to do wreaths, I love to do um and, and, and even the cooking I like to do. Um so mine's not all going to be paper craft. And I actually have thought about redoing my name again to my email has always been, well, it's now Inspired Art by Mary. But yes, I want to do more quilting and small quilting projects that you all could do as well, uh, like mug rugs and wall hangings and the tops on towels and things like that. Just simple. I made last year for Christmas. I made everybody a towel that they could wrap in when they got out of the shower. Super simple to make. You can find them on YouTube
Mommy,
to
tell me
show,
when
to
school
show
is
how.
and all that.
But I added we made ours out of bath towel or out of beach towels, and added some buttons and decor on them, and the kids loved them. So yes, it just gets out of control. I don't save a lot of scraps. It is not anything for me to have, except this. I'm glad I pulled my trash can out because this is part of my sewing machine that was in my trash can. But this thing is full, and that's from just the sale. I have, every time I get up here, I just throw away and throw away and throw away because a lot of it is just trash from my making and doing, and like this, just this is off an envelope, and then I've got this little tidbit here that I will never use. I can make little tidbits all day long. This is washi tape that has been used. There's just stuff everywhere. It's just, if you pick up something on my desk, another part of an envelope. I've just got, here's a candy wrapper that the kids have laid up here from Halloween. Although I did eat my fair share of Halloween candy. I did. Even with my diabetes, I have binged on candy. Here's an article that has come out of something that is about me winning a recipe contest. I won a blue ribbon in a recipe contest, and that is the article that came out in the newspaper about it. From Just a Pinch. I don't, I'm not a big auction having person, and I love auctions. I owned an auction. I have worked auctions. And when I go to the auctions that people, I was in Lizzie's today, I want to help so bad to sell that stuff. I mean, just get in there and auction it. I want to help. It's kind of hard to do, but yeah, it will pile up on you. It will honestly pile up. Yeah, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see that far away, and I don't think I can see it even if I put them on. Oh no, because these are my reading glasses. So this is for close-up work. But anyway, yes, it piles up. And what'd you do with them, Linda? You see, she's talking about getting rid of five bins of rubber stamps. What'd she do with them? I want to go there because I would buy. I bought some at Lizzie's sale this morning. I'm not going to stop buying You know, we are always going to see something that we want. I have no place to do that now. I have no place to put it. Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to start an Etsy box, a sale box, and a give to care box. I'm going to have 3 boxes going. And that way, you know, I can make a donation to my favorite charity because she is my favorite charity. I can maybe make some money off of something in Etsy, and I can maybe have something that I can sell or Happy Mail or whatever. That is my thought. And girls, my stuff is good. This is all good. There's nothing up here that I really want to throw away other than maybe these tins that I made to stick pens and pencils in. uh, you can't see what was on this book, but here's one of my books. And you really can't see the picture on it anymore. It's just about rubbed off. But this is an 1898. And in 1898, this was an 8th edition. So this book was a very, very popular book in 1898. You know, and the font and it's all about it's a medical thing. It's all about ways to live. And I can't read the 1,000 Secrets of Wise and Rich Men. Medical department, ink department, cosmetic department, farrier department, hog department, chemical department. I guess this is all about the rich people that, you know, have made money in doing those things. But and here's a cutout that was in it, and it's this single life is not half bad. Half bad. Oh my. Here, I'm going to read you a poem. Let me put my glasses on. This was written to the editor. I'm not given to writing poetry. I can't rhyme worth a cent. But some happy single woman must answer the bachelor gent. The female's more deadly than the male, says our bachelor friend, but then the song I sing in a lusty voice says there ain't no good in men. We read the advice to the lovelorn what to do to hold your man, flatter him, pamper him, feed him good, take him his bossing all you can, but can ask for some change on payday. Don't dare mention folding money. The joint on the joint, Jernt on the corner gets all that, and the cute little blonde-headed honey. Who's going to pay the grocery bill, and what about the rent when he staggers home at the break of dawn without a blame red cent? Then they ask me in accent sweet and mean it every word, why don't I get a man as fast as I can? This is just what I heard. Now, why don't you get married, gal? You don't know what you're missing. not having a good man around the house and all the loving and kissing. You wouldn't be a grass widower now if you treated those good men right. The sympathy oozes from every pore to think of my terrible plight. Before they drown me with sympathy, I have a word to say. This single life is not half bad, and it's the way I mean to stay. The grass widower. That is that is just too good. I'm gonna put it back in that book. That is just too good. But anyway, I have books like this that I have bought to strip, to gut. And yes, I would gut this book. So all these paper sheets have things that, that are beautiful, beautiful papers, and the font is beautiful, and they're just beautiful writing, beautiful text, and I don't know if I can get it to focus in. Focus in. Come on. There. Well, it almost did. Come on, focus in. Can you see it? I love that font. Anyway, I have got all of those things that need to be gone. And I don't want to just stick them in boxes and forget that they're here. I don't want to house them anymore. It's time for them to be gone. I have asthma, and I've got to be able to keep this clean up here so I can breathe. Oh, Linda, I bet it's good. I bet it's good. Uh, yeah, I buy old. I buy old. Love an old book. Uh, Before I was buying them, and I wasn't doing anything with them. They're just up here on the shelves. I mean, I've got even the books that I have gutted. I've got the text up there in one piece that I'm keeping. So I don't know how many of them I've got. So throw some ideas at me. What do you think I ought to do? Um, got any ideas other than what I've said? I just want to make it pretty, and I just want to make it plain, and I want to thin it out. I have 3 cutters, 3 paper cutters, more than I need, way more than I need. And when I started with a pair of scissors and a big needle and made books. I didn't have any of this. I didn't turn my phone on. And I'm going to have to take this. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Sell kits? Was that for me? Nikki? Is that for me? Yeah, I thought about selling kits. Um, I'm not going to just throw away my paper. I've worked hard to get that paper and build up that paper. but I'm going to let some of it go because I've got way more than I will use. And that's why I made the stuff, uh, that I made for my auction. And, the little packets with all the stuff in it. And that was just one drawer. That was just one little dib of it. So, anyway, I think my heart says paint it white, paint not the walls, but to paint the cabinet work white, paint everything else, make it good and clean and pretty. Um, a light color because I don't want to be darkened down because this room only has one window. And get rid of the books and then put me some pretty containers up there and make it look good and usable. It'll be Dollar Tree. This is going to be, if I go shopping at the Dollar Tree, I will take you shopping with me because I can use my phone now. And I thought you might want to come along on the journey with me. I would love that so much if you all would join me for what I'm doing. So, have I been buffering on YouTube? Let me refresh. Well, Linda, I hope that helped. It looks like it did. Except that I'm still way behind. Okay, there we go. We're catching up. Linda, I can make a box look good. I mean, I can, where's my StreamYard now? I don't know how to get back to StreamYard. Right there. Purge, yes, that's what I'm going to do. Purge, clean, paint, and then buy. I have bought some because I know I need some paper things. But until I get some help to get part of this out of here, because I have arthritis really bad, girls. It has come on me so hard and heavy, and just out of the blue, and I have it all over my body, and so that's one of the reasons why I haven't been on this much, because getting up and down the steps is really hard. But I said, if I call, I must keep coming up here, unless my son builds me a big room downstairs that will have everything I need in it, which I would love. But I can take a cardboard box and make the containers to hold my paper. And I thought I would do some of that while I'm waiting on some help, or if I'm kind of stuck for help. I thought I would make some of the paper holders, the box that like magazine holders, those kind of things that I can set my 12 by 12 paper in, that I can put my large sheets of hi Janie, how are you, honey? To put my my colored back cardstock and my colored paper and that kind of thing in, and get them where they're coordinated and where they're set together. And then I can decide how much of it I want to purge. because right now I have a file box full of paper that's over here as well as what you all saw over here. That file box down there belongs in the file card over here, and there's two of those. So I'm going to have a lot of stuff to purge and a lot of stuff to get rid of because I'm not keeping all that. Hi, Chuck. How are you? I'm glad you joined us. Paper pads. I probably don't have too many that I want to purge because I had already done that at something at one point and had used a lot out of them, and I finally just ripped the rest of them out and put them in with the other stuff. But I've got a lot of pretty paper, and under here is more lace. We didn't even touch my lace. I have 2 boxes of lace under here. So this stuff has got to be thinned down. Most of it, one of it is just all boho lace. It's just big trims and that kind of thing that are good for boho books and that kind of thing. And I probably won't make a whole lot of them because my deal is shabby chic. I have tried doing the other things and I can do them, but my love is shabby chic books. I want to put the lace on them. I want to put the frills on them. I want to put the images in them. I want to decorate those things, and I want them to be beautiful when they go out of here. You know, that's my thing. That's the kind of thing I love to do. And so from now on, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell what is not shabby chic, and that's what I'm going to do. And if I want to make a book, I'll go buy the stuff to make it if I have to. Oh, good, Linda. Are you going to start filming? Tell me you're going to start filming. Tell me you're going to start going on YouTube and showing what you do. Girls, if you haven't seen what Linda does, she posts a lot on the flock. And if you're not in the flock, you're going to miss them. But Linda, you need to either make a page, I'm preaching to her, she either needs to make a page so everybody can see it, or she needs a YouTube channel because she makes robots out of old kitchen gadgets and boxes, and they're not movable robots, but they're just metal bots. They are the heads. She told me no. I guess you see that. She told me no, that she should be doing it. It is amazing what she does with them. She made a nurse out of all this stuff, and it's out of a Band-Aid can, and she put a nurse's hat on it, and she had the RX on it, and it was absolutely amazing. She should be doing it. And Luz, oh my gosh, what Luz makes. All of you's in here can craft and make some of the most beautiful things, and I am so proud to be among you and have you here. Okay, honey, you go eat your supper. I know I'm right at supper time here too. So I'm going to stay on, but about an hour, and I've chatted away for an hour and a half. That's me. I do love to chat. I do love to talk. But I really shouldn't keep you all. I just wanted you to know that this is kind of the way my channel is going to go. I have a lot of plans for things I want to do. A lot of Lizzie sold a book today on artificial flower arrangement. That is something I absolutely love to do. And I'd love to show you those things. I don't want to be stuck in one spot. And I think that's kind of what happened to me, is that I felt like I was obligated to stay in the bookmaking because that's where I started. Hi, Darla. How are you, sweetheart? Darla is absolutely a dream. You all say hi to Darla. She's such a doll. Anyway, I don't know why I felt like that. I shouldn't have to be stuck in, because I made a couple of books, I shouldn't have to be stuck in making books. Oh, my hands, the other night I was doing the paper stuff, and my hands were locking down. My fingers were locking up. And my hips just absolutely, they're almost unbearable sometimes. That in fact, when they done the x-rays, when I went for my arthritis testing, they asked me if I'd broke a hip, and I said, not that I know of. But see, I fell and injured my back, but I don't think they ever x-rayed my hips. I could have broken a hip at that time, but it's thin. It's very thin, and it has bone spurs all over it. And so, oh, honey, you are just a darling. That's, thank you. You don't have to do that. You were awesome. Darla helped me out a lot during my cell, and I so appreciate it, because I was so rattled I couldn't think. I'm telling you, I was rattled. And it's awful to be that way. But I am 66. I have a tendency to get rattled once in a while. These birthdays are coming way too fast. I'm telling you, I love birthdays. I have always loved birthdays, and I said, just bring them on. Well, I'm kind of at that place now where I want to just say, I'm holding. I'm not going any farther. I'm done. You know, except that then I wouldn't get any presents, and I do love the presents. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, I love them gifts from the kids and all the stuff that they do, like take me out to eat, or buy me something pretty. This year I got a new door. Which I was so thrilled with. My floor, when they jacked up my floor, they on the back side of the house, because my house is so old. I don't know if it exposed some wood, or if it or what happened, but my sliding glass door, not my sliding glass door, they're actually the French doors that opened up. They brought it out underneath them. So my doors started sagging again because my floor was rotting out along with the seal. It rotted at the seal. But I think it caused the frame on the seal, the little metal piece on the seal, I think it made it shift, and it was allowing water to come in around it. So anyway, I got a new French door for my birthday this year from my son, and he come and put it in. And I do have a little bit of videotape of it, but they ran into a snag right as I started videotaping. They almost dropped it, and so I laid it down because I thought I was going to have to run and help me hold it. So I got maybe a minute of them trying to get the door in, and then they put it in with no problem at all after they got it lined back up again. But I didn't pick the phone back up. So anyway, well, girls, I'm going to let you go. Look for my videos, because I'm going to video this step by step. I don't know if you'll be interested or not, but I'm going to go through this stuff. You'll see me on the floor going through boxes, You're going to see me sorting this stuff out. You're going to see me cleaning it out. I'm going to videotape, pulling all of this stuff down, and the freak out that I will probably have because I have no way to. I am not going to edit. I'm going to break this down into like 25-minute increments. And it's going to be, if you don't want to watch it, you can just fast forward through it. That, I might not have the camera on every minute, but I am going to videotape. And we'll see what we can do with it. And y'all can help me along. And if you see something you think I ought to do, I'm like, I want color. I want color, girls. I want some prettiness in here. So I need you all to help me out. If you don't, if there's something that's going on that you don't think looks right, I think you have to tell me. You have to look at this. When I get done, you'll yes. A good cold weather project, and then look for me on Sunday mornings doing my chat in the kitchen. It's going to be chat in the kitchen until I can go outside because, like I said, I can use my phone again now. So I can set the phone up. I can do chat in the kitchen. And, well, yeah, this is something that, you all could work through too. You could, because I'm going to be moving. I'm going to be walking and moving and pulling stuff down and do that kind of stuff and jabbering at you. So, you don't have to watch every minute. And if I can find a good program to edit with, which I have heard that Olive is good and easy to use. If I can find a good program to edit with, I will film and edit. But at this point, I don't know. Because it's kind of like my live streams that I say I'm going to go on for an hour and then go on for an hour and a half and just keep jabbing away. Jabbering. Oh, Luz, thank you. Linda, thank you. I hope so. Because I might, take a break and, if I see something that I have started and I think I should finish, I might sit down and finish it. You do like me live? Thank you. This is my favorite kind of live. Hi, Peter. How are you? Well, hello from Australia. That is so sweet. Thank you. Best wishes. That's a doll. Yeah, this is the kind of live I like to do. I don't want to be. I enjoy doing my paper crafting or my stuff. Like my boxes and that kind of stuff. I love to do this. But I like to be able to just to visit with you and feel like and that's the reason I keep looking off to the side, is because I can see what you're saying over there, and my camera is in the wrong spot. Always has been, but there's no place to hook it over there. So I had it here in front of it for a while, and I got so much stuff on my brand new computer. I said, no, that's got to go. That, I was splashing ink and, I love my inks. Art is therapy. But my therapy is going to be cleaning for the next while or so. I'm hoping to get it done fairly fast. If I can get Clint in here to paint. He could bring he's got to come back and finish my door. So maybe he'll bring his crew back and put them to painting. And if he does that, they will have this painted and nothing flat. If I have the paint here and, it's ready to go. I have a crack over here that's been patched. I have to sand it down a little bit. But other than that, it is about ready to go. except for this corner over here over my stairway, and I couldn't reach it. And I won't try to climb a ladder anywhere near that stairway. I'm too old for that. If I fell, I would just be broke all to pieces. So he would have to do that. Then I've got a few dirt daubers up there that I couldn't get down either. they're knocked down, but they're not cleaned off because it's just too high to reach. I took a pole and knocked them off of there. Like I said, this is a 140-year-old house, and I live in the country, so we have dirt daubers and we have wasps and we have, all that kind of stuff. So I have to put up with, and we keep trying to close them out, but them little pesky brokers can't find a way in. Oh, me too, Darla. Me too, because I am getting afraid of the steps. But if I can't make it, if I'm hurting, you'll just not see me on, because so understand that I'm trying to come on as much as possible, but I may have 3 or 4 days when my hips are excuse me, my hips are hurting so bad that I just can't climb the steps, and I won't try because it's just too painful. And so that's kind of the way I handle it. So if you see me in somebody else's live, I'll say, hey, I'm sorry I haven't been on, but well, I won't say it in a live stream because that's kind of rude, but just understand that that's why I haven't been. And I have to work around things now, and that's okay. Lord, girls, the life I have lived and the fun I have had. So, I'm having to deal with stuff, and I've been having to deal with it a long time. I lifted my husband for 7 years. I lifted him in and out of a wheelchair, and he weighed 230 pounds, and helped him in and out of bed and into dialysis and that kind of stuff. So, I've earned some aches and pains. And then, of course, I took care of Tommy all of his lives. And for those who don't know, Tommy was born with brain damage. So he has seizures and he falls. So, I have done a lot of stressful things, but I have also lived. I have tackled the world. I could move a piano by myself. I was strong, and I loved it. I loved it. I could move a house by myself. I mean, literally, I could load a truck and move a house by myself. I didn't have to ask for anybody's help and do things. And that's the hardest thing for me, is asking for help, because I didn't have to. I just did it. If I wanted to do it, I just did it. So, and then go out dancing and, and partying once in a while and doing those kind of things. I led a good life, a happy life. Was married a long time. My husband and I was like two peas in a pod, and I just, life was good. So if I have to put up with a little bit of aching now, I can say life was good, and I can keep saying life was good, and it still is. It still is, because this medium right here, this YouTube, this being a part of a creative world, of and I'm not talking about just paper crafting. Oh my gosh. Even bush crafting. You go and you watch the bush crafters. Oh, honey, my husband's been gone, Peter, for over 10 years, about 11, 12 years now. So, but even in bushcrafting, they make fantastic things. They will carve spoons and bowls to eat with. They will take raw wood and build a cabin or a fort to stay in. They will, they forage for their own food. It's amazing what they do. Oh, Thank you, Peter. I appreciate that, honey. Um, uh, there's so many things here on YouTube that are amazing to watch and see, and the creative minds that are a part of YouTube is absolutely amazing. It is amazing the things that people can create and make and come up with, and it's just stunning. It is very, very stunning to see what they can do. um, I watch the mudlarkers. I love to watch mudlarking, and if y'all haven't ever watched mudlarking, mudlarking the Thames is one of my favorite mudlarking series, the Thames River in London. London has had Romans, and before the Romans there was the medieval period, and then the Romans, and then the Anglo-Saxons, and they fought 2 wars, and that all of that stuff is in that river, and it rolls up on the bank, and it's just little pieces and parts of history. But occasionally they come across an amazing find that just absolutely stuns you, and they can tell you the history of those little bits and pieces, what they came from. It's very, very fun to watch, and it's so amazing at their knowledge. And then they show the museums and all the things that they have found out of the Thames, and the history that they have. All this kind of stuff. I watch it all. I watch it all. So, if you don't see me in the crafting things, I've gotten hung up on a series of a log cabin being built, or, something being done. Peter, that, what? Everything we put up, and what you think is maybe not very creative, is wonderful to someone else. So just keep doing it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing it. It's an amazing thing what we can, and how much we grow. How much we grow as we keep doing it, and what we can do. I never dreamed that I would talk on camera to people all the time, and I do. And I do, and I love it. The first time I was just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm live. Oh my God, I'm live. I love to watch that. I love to watch animals in nature. That's okay, honey. You get to it and enjoy that meatloaf. The girls are going to bring us home some tortillas, and we're going to have some chicken fajitas. That's right. Animals are, and nature is one of some of the top stuff, and I love classical music. So, it's wonderful. And if I don't have you, Peter, I will when this is over with, because I'll have to. I don't do it up here. I always go downstairs and do it on my other computer. And girls, I'm going to get off of here and let you all go have some supper. I don't know where you're at, but and whether it's supper time for you, but it is for me. And the girls will be here in a few minutes, and of course I'm going to let them cook. I'm just going to sit down and watch them. My granddaughter and her 2 kids are staying over here right now because they don't have any propane, so they don't have any heat. And oh, there's Kathy, just come back in. That's fine, Luz. I know. When somebody's rattling on, you got to keep on with what you're doing. I took a call in the middle of this, but it was Lori telling me, I was telling her what she needed to bring home. Bye, Clara. I love you, honey. It's so good to see you back on. And so anyway, I've got to take Mike's package down and send him his other book, because I sure did miss it. I thought his package, and I put everything in the package that I could get in, but I thought his package was short, so he's going to get another one. And I'll pay the shipping on this one. It won't be much. And because I've already charged him once, and I'm not going to. And thank you, Lewis. I'm glad you did. And you know, this is what I want to do on Sunday mornings, is just sit and visit and talk and maybe do a little cooking for you. I cooked a lot of years. I throw stuff together if I get in the mood. And if not, I'll just sit and we'll just sit and visit and have coffee. I'm not going to feel pressure to do anything. I just want to enjoy a Sunday morning with my friends. And you all are my friends. You're my connection to the world. And I thank you for that and for you coming in tonight. And I'm going to ask those that are not to, if you're watching later on a playback or whatever, to like and subscribe, or to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and push that little bell for notifications. And yeah, it is a good break sometimes to get away from the crafting too, just to take a little breather and realize that we all need it. You know, there are some times when we just don't want to do it. You know, we just don't want to have that. See, that would be a great video, Kathy. I'm telling you, a man that's cooking and a man that's mopping are very sexy people in my book. Ain't nothing better than seeing a man on the end of a broom or a mop or cooking. And I've always been that way. It's, you know. Yes, I do. I love homemade chicken soup too. And that's a little bit of I'll impart that little bit of wisdom to you. If you ever get a chance, watch it. It is nice. And with that, I'm going to go downstairs and get ready for my supper too. And then we're going to start this progress. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to just start pulling books off these shelves. And I may go on every day. If you cannot watch me every day, it's going to be up like a video. So y'all just watch as much as you want. Enjoy it. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I know one thing. Those curtains are hung backwards, and that's about to drive me crazy. So they're going off. They're going off the window. Good night to everybody. I love you all, and thank you for tuning in. And we will see you. Yeah, when I start doing the damage. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.